Hello, this is Arpita. Welcome back to my channel. This is a short class for the hip flexor. This is for a class for the people who sit for long amount of time. And the beauty of a short class is you can fit this short sequence any time of the day. So you don't need to have a special time aside. You can do this at lunchtime, after your work, or in between your break time. So let's get started. We're going to start on our back to begin with. And I happen to have a bolster here. It would be a good idea if you have a bolster or a yoga block or maybe some kind of a padding for your lower back and sacrum. So we're going to start in what we call supported bridge pose. And the way you're going to slide your bolster, as you notice, you lift your pelvis and then slide your bolster underneath the lower back. And then take a minute to kind of staying here, observing your breath. You can start with the knees bent here. Notice how you feel when the knees are bent versus when you straight your legs. When you keep your legs straight and if it's too much to begin with, then I will invite you to go ahead and bend through those knees and put the soles of the feet on the floor. Let's take a deep, deep breath in through your nostrils and exhale the breath out. And do that one more cleansing breath as you're breathing in through your nostrils and exhale it out through your mouth. Go ahead and start your inhalation and your exhalation through the nostrils. Breathing in and breathing out. If your knees are bent, I will go ahead and invite you to go ahead and straighten one leg at a time. And if it's okay in your body to go ahead and straighten both your legs, then go for it. Take both your arms to the back of the mat as you really get into the stretch all the way from the fingertips to your toes. And just doing this simple pose sometime in between your desk job, it would be really helpful for your hip flexors, lower back. Spine feels great after this pose. Take another inhale breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and draw that right knee into the chest. And then bring your hands to hold on to the back of your right leg, or you can bring your right shin in and hold on to your right shin. So see what works with you. As you inhale, go ahead and reach your right leg forward and both arms reaches to the back of the mat. And as you exhale, draw that left leg into the chest and bringing your hands behind the leg or on top of your left shin. And we're going to move in and out in this pose. So inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, and then exhale, draw that right knee in. Let's do this one more time on the other side, breathing in. And exhale, the opposite leg comes in. Inhale, one more time, each side. As you exhale, drawing that right knee into the chest. This time, when your right knee comes in, just pause here. When you're ready to take your next inhale, go ahead and reach your right foot up towards the ceiling and use both your hands to very gentle hold the back of your right leg. And as you exhale, draw that right knee into the chest. Inhale, take that right foot up towards the ceiling. You can always keep a little bend into that right knee and you exhale and bring it back. Let's do that 2 more times, very gentle as you're breathing in, we're trying to create that extension, flexion action into the hips, strengthening the hamstring, stretching the hamstring muscle at the same time. Go ahead and draw that right knee into the chest. Nice. And then when you're ready, inhale, the right leg reaches forward, arm reaches to the back of the mat. And then exhale, when you're ready, draw the opposite leg, the left leg comes in. Next time, when you're ready to inhale, straight that left leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, draw it in. And you can just simple close your eyes and just focus on your breath as you inhale and reach the left foot up. And as you exhale and bring it in. Very gentle movement. Try not to overdo or go very fast here. Just gentle inhalation and exhalation. Next time the left leg is up towards the ceiling, let's pause and stay here. You don't have to straight your left foot all the way. You can keep a little micro bend into that left knee. And when you're ready, go ahead and exhale the left knee into the chest. And then both legs straight once again to the front of the mat and just pause here. Right, reach both your arms to the back of the mat, stretch it out. And then as you exhale, draw both knee into the chest. In this case, you might have to hold on to your bolster or your block as you draw the knees into the chest. Nice. Go ahead and bring your soles down on the floor. Lift your pelvis and slide that bolster out of the way. Bring your legs out to the mat into the mat distance. And exhale, take both your knees to your left side of your mat into that windshield wiper legs. And then inhale, bring it back to the center. And exhale, switch to that opposite side. Let's do that one more time, please. Breathing in and exhale to that left side of the mat. And pausing here, stay here and reach your right arm towards the back of the mat, towards the crown. And just pause here. Take another inhale, exhale in this pose. And the next time when you exhale, go ahead and bring those knees back in and bring your right hand down. Take an inhale breath first, and as you exhale, take both your knees to the opposite side of your mat. See how you feel. And then when you're ready, you can extend the left arm up overhead. Take another inhale breath. And as you exhale, come back to center, bring the left hand back down, hug both knees into the chest, do a little gentle rock, and then roll to one side of the mat and bring yourself up into the tabletop posture. So find that tabletop where you find your wrists and shoulders in a line, knees and hips are in a line. Take an inhale breath here. And as you exhale, sit back into that child's pose. And we're going to move in this dynamic movement here. As you inhale, coming into the table at the end of the inhale, chest away from your belly. And as you exhale, contracting that abdominal, going it back into that child's pose. Let's continue this as you breathe in. Inhalation brings you back into the table. And as you exhale, gradual contraction at the lower abdominal, forearm drops down, torso to your legs, sit bone comes down, and the chin is last to come in. Next time when you come into the tabletop, take an inhale breath and come in a table, and then extend your right leg straight back of the mat, like a spinal balance, but both your hands are resting on your floor at this point. And as you exhale, bring the leg in, draw the leg in, round your upper back, and draw the chin in. And as you inhale, take your right leg back, and at the end of the inhale again, chest move away from the belly. And as you exhale, drawing that knee in, rounding into that thoracic, drawing that chin in. Let's do this one more time, please. Breathing in and breathing out. This time, step that right foot forward between your hands. Take your time. Take your left leg a little bit back. And I'll invite you to just kind of come out here. We're going to come into low lunge variation. So bring your right hand on that front leg. And as you inhale, you're going to bring the left hip in the front of that left kneecap. So as you inhale, you kind of coming it forward with the left hand reaches up overhead. And as you exhale, you kind of bring your left hand down. And eventually the back knee, so left knee and left hip will line up. And your front leg will be almost not straight, but a little bit straight, okay? So this is what we're going for. As you inhale, you're going to kind of move forward into the hips. And as you exhale, you contract and coming back, and just do this very gentle, very slow. And the next time when you inhale, we're going to stay here. So on an exhale, instead of dumping into that pelvis, see if you can hug the lower belly in and find that length into that spine. Reach your left arm up overhead. Use your right hand to support that front leg, so you're not dumping into that lower body, you're not hanging in your joints, and staying into this nice low lunge variation. Beautiful. When you're ready, go ahead and release. Bring the right foot next to the left and come back into that child's pose. Take another inhale, exhale into that child's pose. Just breathing in and breathing out. When you're ready, next inhale, come back into the table. And remember, we do same thing on other side. So we start with the tabletop, extend the left leg back, and be mindful the left is straight. You're not lifting your left leg too high, keeping it a level here. As you exhale, drawing that left knee in, rounding your upper back, bringing the chin in. Inhale, finding that spinal balance with both hands on the floor. And as you exhale it, bring it in. If you happen to have a tight hips, tension in the lower back, then try not to lift your back leg too high. Just keep it a little low. You can actually rest your left toes on the floor also, like this, okay? So see what works with you today. And as you exhale, draw that left knee in, rounding, and step that foot forward. Nice. Take your time. Come out of the pose, making sure that front knee, when you bend, is in a line with that ankle. So ankle and knee is in a line, left hand on that front leg. And then right arm reaches up as you inhale and come into that lunge. And then exhale and coming out. So remember, the back knee and the back hip eventually will line up. So going in and out a few more times with your breath. This is such a beautiful stretch for those front of the hips. And it gives you a nice release into that hip flexor, psoas. And then when you're ready, this is the last time we're going to stay. We're going to hold the pose. So a lot of the poses I do dynamic, and then we'll find the last variation where we hold. So you decide, the arm is up, or you can bring both hands forward. Instead of sinking into the hips, a lot of time we usually do, see if you can find that lift and stay into this pose. And you start to feel nice juicy stretch in your right front of the hip. I'm feeling it, so you should be feeling it too. When you're ready, go ahead and release both hands down. Step the back foot back next to the right and come into that final child's pose. Take your legs a little bit wider, bring your big toe and big toe touches together, and then resting in that child's pose. Take your time, come back to table, and let's come all the way on your floor, on your belly for a compensation or a counterbalance. So bring your forearms down on the floor, legs are hip distance. As you inhale, come up into that cobra pose, very gentle. And as you exhale, and bring yourself down. Next time when you inhale, take your legs wide and come up in a cobra. And as you exhale, bring your legs in and rest. Once again, inhale, take your legs wide. So you are still on your forearms. The legs gets wider, mat distance. And as you exhale, bring it in and bring yourself down. Very gentle inhale and come up. And exhale and release. Let's release. Bring both your hands forward. Move your hips a little bit side to side. And let's just stay here. Okay. You can come up or you can just straight go from your belly to on your back and bring yourself, what we call it, the back of your mat here. So bringing yourself on the back of your mat, taking your time, just pausing here. We're going to come into very gentle baby bridge variation. So you can rest your hands down. Again, it's a baby bridge. You don't have to lift up too high. So when you're ready, invite you to inhale and lift your pelvis off the floor as you come into bridge. And as you exhale, release the pelvis down. Hug those knees into the chest. Okay? As you inhale, take your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Reach your arms to the back of the mat. And as you exhale, draw those knees into the chest. So I hope you remember the sequence. We're going to do one more time. So inhale, start to lift the pelvis off the floor as you come into that bridge variation. And as you exhale, 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 at the end of the exhale, your knees are going to be to the chest. We call this Apanasana. As you inhale, legs reaches up towards the sky and your arms reaches to the back of your mat. And as you exhale, draw those knees back in. Very good. So now you're going to stay here for another inhale, exhale breath. Next time, when you inhale, take your knees away from your chest. And then exhale, draw them into the chest. Again, inhale, take your knees away from your chest. And then exhale, bring it into the chest. Nice. Staying here, very gentle, rocking your hips a little bit to side. And then go ahead and straight those legs to the front of the mat. And take your time to come in a Savasana. If you have an extra time, you can most likely to stay here a little bit longer. When you're ready, I'll invite you to roll onto your right side of your mat and then come into that comfortable seated posture. When you come into that seated posture, continue to keep your eyes closed, rest your hands on your knees. Take a deep breath in and out through your nostrils. Start to pay attention. How are you feeling? How is your breath? How is your body feeling at this point? When you're ready, blink your eyes open and come out. Thank you for your time and energy. I hope this short practice had helped you. Please comment if you want more classes like this on a specific target area of the body or an energetic perspective of the body. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with someone who is in a need for a release into the hip flexor or hips. Until we meet next time, namaste.